The Iowa Greyhound Association presents Come Join the Excitement. From the better side of the Greyhound track, speculation and fun is available to anyone. Equally as exciting and potentially more rewarding can be investments in the Greyhounds themselves. From the breeder's side, Greyhound action, speculation, and fun is not closed to wealthy aristocrats or friends among the country club. In fact, nearly anybody can join the excitement who is willing to invest time, some money, and confidence in a growing statewide industry made up of entrepreneurs, dog lovers, and lovers of racetrack betting, just like you. This industry is built on natural foundations. Nature's premier racing canine, the Greyhound. Let's start from the top. How do you invest in a good dog? You're going to need purebred animals, and most importantly, the right conditions to raise them. Should you buy a female and breed it yourself? Consider this. Stud fees range from $1,000 to $1,500 per stud. And while it's true that up to 7 dogs per litter may become yours, you'll also need countless items of overhead and training hours, to speak nothing of proper training track. In fact, the price of raising and training an entire litter from whelp to track approaches $15,000. No, we don't recommend this route to any but the most experienced investors and trainers. The best way to buy a dog is through an experienced Greyhound breeder. We recommend that you contact your local Iowa breeder for your first steps in Greyhound ownership. Specific contact information is at the end of this videotape. A good breeder can be the investor's best friend. The breeder should provide information and contacts to assure the finest care for your investment, from its puppy days, its youth, right through its critical track training months. A breeder who will work with you and your Greyhound is well on his or her way towards earning your trust. But we understand that your hard-earned investment money may need more than faith. Therefore, you need to find out how well a breeder has done with previous dogs so that you don't bark up the wrong tree. Ask potential local breeders for records of performance lists, stakes races, and videotapes of their champions races. Once you've agreed to invest in a particular breeder's dogs, you must decide at what point to buy into a dog. You may purchase Greyhounds at 4 major stages in their track development. Pup, up to 3 months. Young dog, 3 to 12 months. Track ready, 14 to 16 months. At the track, 16 months and older. How much you have to spend may determine at which stage you buy dogs, the quality of the dogs, and the number you buy. As a rule, the more mature the dog is that you purchase, the more money you will pay. Don't dismiss the possibility of purchasing with a partner or as a group. Obviously, this increases your purchasing clout and decreases your risk. And always remember, you get what you pay for. So buying Greyhound puppies is fun and affordable. And although you assume the highest risk, you also stand to gain the biggest return on your investment. Buying a 3-month-old is optimum, and they are available year-round. Your local breeder can help you in this regard as well. A breeder knows his or her litter expectations and will help you with one that best fits your plans. Prices for pups range from about $750 to thousands of dollars. Pups from superior pedigrees may run as high as $4,000. When you buy Greyhound puppies, you will have the opportunity to watch it grow, as well as you give it its track name. Greyhounds usually take on their track name before 12 months of age. Your local breeder will welcome your involvement in the dog's life. Local trainers enjoy allowing dog owners access to their dogs, the chance to let the dog run, as well as to leash train it. When you buy older dogs, you pay more money for the time and training that the breeder has put into it, as well as the promise it shows. However, there is less risk and presumably a better return on your investment. Young adult dogs, 3 to 12 months of age, may cost from $2,000 to $4,000. Yet a Greyhound this old is still young enough for you to watch your local breeder sharpen its finer running skills. Buying dogs from this age bracket affords less risk. Appearance, speed, and character are yours to assess, all at a point when the dog is closer to payoff maturity than if it were a puppy. At 14 months and older, buying track-ready or even at-the-track greyhounds is a viable but costly option. At this age, any greyhound worth consideration is likely to be very expensive. Again, we recommend this route only to the most experienced investors. Whether you purchase pups or young dogs, remember, you cannot raise them at home. Greyhounds are bred to run, and run they must. Until the age of 12 months, your greyhounds must be placed on boarding farms. Boarding farm fees cost from $80 to $120 a month per animal. This fee covers room, board, care, and the dog's very first training. Again, your local Iowa breeder has a good working relationship with excellent boarding farms. When your greyhounds are 12 months old, it's time for them to go to a training farm, either in Kansas or Oklahoma. Their transportation costs involve a ship, usually $50 per dog. Your breeder will help you schedule these fees into your budget and see that the greyhounds reach their destinations. It is at these training farms that your investments really stretch their legs. They can race year-round on the training farms on standard-sized tracks. In just 4 to 6 months, your dogs will become track-ready. Rates at the training farm range from $100 to $120 per month per animal. Now your track-ready greyhounds are ready for their maiden runs at betting tracks. This is the final and vital leg for your investments. Since it's very difficult for individual investors and owners to break in on their own, we strongly urge you to operate through a contract kennel. You should plan this step with the breeder you purchased the pups or younger dogs from originally. This is yet another valuable service that your local Iowa breeder will help you with. Contract kennels farm out your dogs to run at betting tracks every several days. For this service, they can receive a share of your winnings. 35% is standard industry figure. And now your investment, your dog, begins to yield a return. Payouts for Greyhound follow these user-friendly guidelines. Well, you see, it can become quite complex in a big hurry. Build your relationship with your local Iowa breeder, and they should be happy to explain these calculations to you. Suffice it to say that just an average dog usually earns its money back in 2 years. But dogs race for 3, sometimes 4 years. And that's where the excitement and the profitability of the industry begins to take on its strong appeal. And if your animal is a winner, well, your investment can return in months. Finally, don't forget the Iowa Bred Program. The Iowa Bred Program is considered by many to be the best in the nation. Put simply, extra money is awarded to Iowa-born greyhounds winning at Iowa betting tracks. In effect, the state subsidizes its greyhound industry by supplementing Iowa-born winners. How much is the supplement? From 2 to 5 times the winnings to their purse. Greyhounds retire when they can no longer race, usually at 2 to 5 years of age. Then what does a greyhound do? Retired greyhounds make excellent pets for you or your family. They have a life expectancy of 10 to 14 years. They are affectionate, friendly dogs that can live with a variety of people, from singles to families with children to elderly people. With one of the best of dog temperaments, the greyhound is gentle, patient, and sensitive around children. A pet greyhound will walk away from nuisances rather than growl or snap. Greyhounds accommodate other house pets. A greyhound needs to be slowly introduced to cats, however, because they are unknown to them. Within a short period of time, you can be sure they'll get along nicely. People taking in retiring greyhounds should be given the details for its retirement. The adoption center at your local track can assist you with all the information you require for its diet and exercise needs. All animals are spayed or neutered, as well as given any shots as part of the adoption agreement. Fees for transition vary with each track. but $125 is a fair starting figure. Of course, if you own the dog, it is yours to do with as you please, with no fees. From pups to young dogs to track-ready greyhounds on their maiden runs, we think our love for this beautiful animal and this thrilling form of entertainment is catching. The Iowa Greyhound Association welcomes all serious speculators to check out local Iowa breeders for the quality service they provide this growing industry. Iowa Greyhound Racing, a promising return on action, speculation, and fun. Come join the excitement.